Hi, and welcome back to Motherhood Athlete. If you are new to us here, welcome in. We're so excited to have you. I will be your coach and I will support you every step of the way. And the same thing for everyone else that's been in the program for a while. I want to be the coach that can answer questions and that you can approach anytime you need help. This is not one of those cookie cutter programs. As far as what to expect this time around, we are working on explosiveness and strength. We are going into some functional movements and we are going to be testing our strength, our reaction time, like how quick can we get up, or how quick can we change the position, and all of these things are incredibly important in motherhood. Of course, all of that is kind of packaged nicely into kettlebell movements. Now, the big thing this time around is that we are introducing some barbell movements. I'm somebody who trains barbells as well, because once you've been in the industry for a long time and you've trained for a long time, sometimes your grip is way too weak to actually pick up a 100-pound kettlebell. So then we introduce some barbells. For majority of you, you will not need that and you'll be fine with dumbbells and kettlebells, but for some of you, the barbell is a necessity and you have access to it because you're in the gym. So I'm introducing barbell movements, but do not be scared or do not feel like, oh my gosh, I would love to try it and I don't have access to a barbell. Every barbell movement will have its sister kettlebell movement. And so if you feel like you are missing out, do not worry. You will have a movement to do that is exactly the same. And so you can challenge yourself with kettlebells. The length of the workouts is 30 to 45 minutes. Sometimes it gets up to an hour, but if that's too long for you, you can always cut on the sets. You will see that we work very commonly, we will work in the 3 rounds range for certain sets. So you want to make sure that you kind of think about how much time do I have for this workout, and maybe I don't have time to do all 3 rounds, but maybe I'll just do 2 of them. And so always go into a workout knowing time-wise how much you have. And don't be afraid to work out with your kids. If your kids are around, don't shush them away, just do it. It can be messy, it can be challenging, and maybe it's not gonna be perfect, but who cares? The most important thing is that you show up and you do the workouts. The most successful people are the ones who show up every week, no matter what. Whether that's 1 session or 2 or all sessions, it doesn't matter. Consistency always trumps anything else. That's pretty much it. If you have any questions for me, please don't hesitate to reach out multiple times a week if you need to. You will get feedback from me in video form. So every movement that I want to see is going to say video from side, video from front, or anything else, which means that if you want me to see you perform that, you have to video yourself, and I just have to make sure that I'm seeing your whole body. So make sure that when you set up your camera, your phone, that I can see your from head to toe. And one last thing that I did forget to mention is that all of you are going to have goals that you can set for yourself, and at the end of each block, we will test certain movements. This is an optional thing. So if you're somebody who's like, no, I'm just doing this and I'm gonna keep track of the weights myself and I'm not gonna test myself at the end, that's fine. But for those of you who have been with me for a while, you know that testing isn't really a big deal. I just tell you test and then I'll give you some instructions. And you don't even have to share your results with me. Yeah, that'll be it. So the way we're gonna be setting our weights is the way we did it last block. For those of you who are new, the way we set weights is by 10 to 12 rep range, which means the first week you will keep seeing 10 to 12 reps, 10 to 12 reps, and it'll ask you to choose a weight whichever weight you have available to you, or what you think you could do with that, and do 10 to 12 reps. If you can't complete 10 reps with the weight that you chose, then you probably need to go slightly lower in weight. You have to be able to complete the reps with good form. The last few reps will feel like you're moving through molasses or through honey, right? So it'll feel quite hard to get the weight up, but you still can complete the rep. And that's a good weight to go with. If you get 10 reps or 12 reps in and you're like, wow, that was easy, and I could do probably another 3 to 5 reps, you probably need to go up in weight. So that is the basic way of choosing your weights. And you need to just make sure that you're taking note of the first week, which weights you used, which is going to be the weights you will be using going forward for the next 4 weeks. So whatever you use the first week is what you will be using until the end, unless it gets super easy or it's way too hard and on week 2 you need to change, all right? So come to me, message me, tell me what you did, tell me the weights that you chose, and you and I will problem solve. I don't want anybody to be floating out in space by themselves, knowing that I'm here and I can give you instructions. That's it. That is it. I am 6.5 minutes into this video. Hopefully it will upload, and I will see you guys on the other side.